What up, Hawks fans? This is welcome to 404HawkTalk, father and son edition. We decided to do this because we follow different groups on social media. Pack Nate, what's one of them?
Pack Nation.
Yeah, Pack Nation.
I think it's True to Atlanta.
True to Atlanta. I like Peachtree Hoops. We read just anything Hawks, and we decided to give our take on it, coming straight from the city. I'm Latif. This is my son,
Kaim.
and we do this all the time. Matter of fact, the premise of this video comes from, I think we were talking till about 1, 2 in the morning the other night.
Yeah, we just straight rambling about the new Hawks editions and stuff. We just thought we might put it out to everybody that loves the Hawks as much as we do. So, yeah. Yeah, we are
coming with you with some real content from real fans. We look forward to it. My name is Latif again. I'm a barber here in Vine City. Season ticket holder, about 7 years in. I'm looking forward to getting my next opening night T-shirt whenever they let us back into the farm. I'm a barber. Been here 20 years. I'm a youth coach. Been following basketball since I was younger than him. So I'm 90s basketball aficionado. So we just bringing my perspective to the Hawks.
Well, my name is Kaim. I'm 19. I was watching basketball since I was out the womb, basically. I started being a Hawks fan. Well, really started understanding what being a Hawks fan was around like 2008, when we had Mike and Joe and Al Horford, and guys like that. I've just been really just rocking with them ever since. True to the city, everything the Hawks, everything.
Live from downtown.
Yeah.
All right, so I was born and raised in Chicago, right? So I have the championship pedigree within me, and I became a Hawks fan around the Billy Knight era. Matter of fact, my favorite memory of what really got me to become a Hawks fan was they were having this dispute between the owners, and the owners were having a dispute over Joe Johnson, the ISO Joe, and if we spent too much money on him. And one of the owners was suing the rest of the owners, because it was 12 of them at the time, was suing them for this move. And I'll never forget it, and hopefully I'll have a picture of it, AJC, where Billy Knight and I can't think of the owner's name, who happened to be right, though, at the time. But anyway, he refused to shake the owner's hand. And it was just that the level of rebellion just had me attracted to what the Hawks had going on. I tried to stay a Bulls fan as long as I could, but that's a topic for a whole nother segment.
Well, my favorite moment isn't as political as his, but my favorite moment is, 49 and 16 by Trae Young, 4 overtime game. That's my favorite moment as a Hawks fan.
All right, let's get into these off-season moves, bro.
So, the first person we're gonna talk about is Danilo Gallinari. All right,
Gallinari, okay.
We paid this man $20 million for every year, 4 years.
It's 3 years.
Every year for 3 years. He brings shooting, shot 40% from the field, from 3. He'll be a great pick and pop player with Trae Young when John Collins off the floor. He could create his own shot when he would need to. Doesn't really play the defense that I would hope we would get from a guy that plays 3 or 4. But we got other guys for that, like Cam and DeAndre Hunter, guys like that would be able to step in and play defense.
Well, my man career average is 16.2. He shoot 42% from the field, 38 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds a game, and 2 assists. I think he brings instant offense, and he definitely spreads the flow for Trae to have access to do whatever he need to be. I think him and Trae will be one of the best pick and pop options in the league. Now, the interesting thing about this contract is that last year, there's only $5 million guaranteed. So on the third year, I think it's like $18 or $19 million difference between if we keep him. If we keep him, we got to pay him the whole 23. But if we waive him, we got to pay him $5 million, and he's just out of here. So we got a solid 2 years. We got with Gallinari. What's his name? How you spell his? How you pronounce his name? Yeah, Gallinari. We got 2 years, solid years with him. And that third year, if he hasn't done anything, we just pay him $5 million and he keep it moving. And he'll be 34. So
yeah, I was about to say that because he doesn't fit our timeline with the young guys we got right now. So he's just here to be maybe that veteran presence we needed because last year we was the youngest team in the league. So.
And we shot the worst from 3-point line.
And he instantly helped with that.
Next off-season acquisition. So you saying that this is the best acquisition that we got in off-season?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Who the next one then?
Bogdanovic. I really like Bogdan's game. I've seen some few highlights from when he was on the Kings. You know, he can go get his own buckets if he needed to. He averaged 15 points, shot the 3-ball well, played a little bit of defense. I just think that he'd be a great addition alongside Trey. Maybe an upgraded version of Kevin Huerter that we already had. You know.
I think he's an older version of Kevin Huerter myself, but that's just.
But I think that he's more aggressive than Kevin was last year.
All right, so we're gonna use his experience overseas, right? He's only been in the league 3 years, right? So you know, out of 209 games, I just don't see it, bro. Like averaging 13.5 points a game. He can shoot well from the 3-point line for sure. What does it say here? 43% from the field, from the free throw, from the 3-point line. 43%, right? And
that's gonna be top.
Yeah, but he's just an older version. I'm looking for Bogdan to really push Kevin. And if Kevin can see somebody over his shoulder, he might start being more aggressive because that's the only thing we're missing out of Huter the last 2 years.
I really like Kevin. I really hope that he's part of our plan that we got going on right now. But he might be, like he said, it might light a fire in him, and he'd be like, I need to get better, so this man won't totally take me out the rotation. So, And our next guy would be who? Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo.
Rondo.
I hope he don't play.
I mean, I hope he plays sometimes, but I really think he's gonna be there to be like a coach on the floor, team coach.
Okay, so he replaced Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Vince Carter played too much.
Yeah, exactly. Vince Carter played too much. He was 42 years old. So he replaced Vince Carter. He's that veteran presence, bring that championship leadership that we really needed here in Atlanta. I just think that he'll be a great addition to the squad, even if he doesn't play. If he does play, maybe he'll be great. But if he doesn't, then that's fine with me too.
Hopefully we see playoff Rondo. How about that?
Playoff Rondo the whole season?
No. Playoff Rondo.
You're talking about playoff Rondo?
Yes,
playoff time.
Playoff Rondo. We don't need regular season Rondo. We need him to coach the regular season and then put on his uniform during the playoffs. And that's all we need out of him.
So who's next? We're gonna talk about Tony Snell. He's high on Tony Snell.
I think he's gonna start. But
I don't know about that.
The reason I feel like he's going to start is because he shoots 40% from the 3-point line. You can put him in the corner on offense, right? So all you got to do is stand out there in the corner. And on defense, he's a great candidate to switch on all things with Trae Young. That's just, where I think Tony Snell should start. Yet, as looking at his last few seasons, because I think he's been in the league about 10 years now, at his last few seasons, he really hadn't been on the floor.
Right.
So, I mean, it could just be another throw-in body. One thing I do like about the depth of the Hawks is that everybody that come off the bench can dribble, shoot, and pass.
Yeah, that's really because everybody can somewhat create their own offense. Last year, we just had Trey doing everything.
That's right.
And this year, we really got shot creators around him that could really, when needed, go get their own buckets. Trey going to be the focal point of the offense, but sometimes we could, we need somebody else to handle the ball. And I think his turnovers would come down when he's off the ball,
So what's Solomon Hill gonna bring then? So we got Tony Snell, we got Solomon Hill. What's Solomon Hill gonna bring?
I think he's just gonna fill out the rotation, fill out the roster.
Rotation filler. Well, I'm gonna tell you this though, we got two guys that got championship experience on the team now.
That's true.
I mean, he didn't win the championship yet. Every place that Solomon Hill has been, they say that he's solid on defense. He brings good energy, and like I saw in the bubble, when his name was called, he contributed on the floor. So
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I mean, again, in the seasons past, especially these last, we put an AAU team out there these last 2 years. So now we actually have some solid veterans and some pros on the team that when you call their name, they know exactly what to do when they get on the court.
That's facts. So who next? Talk about Onyeka, Big O.
Oh, we going to the rookies now?
I mean, might as well.
Okay, well, Double O is dope from the few things I saw. I just think he kind of short at 6'9", but apparently he's a big shot blocker, and he played on the big stage in Chino Hills. So.
Yeah, and he's athletic too. So,
do you accept the comparison of Bam Adebayo though?
I mean, yeah, because Bam is no no taller than him. He's like 6'10", honestly. And then Bam can do it all. You know, he can handle, he can create offense, he can bang down low. I think that Onyeka, he'll be like, I don't want to say a more athletic version than Bam, but he'll be up there with Bam. Because what I saw in college was he could run the floor well.
Gotcha.
He can shot block, defend. He can defend multiple positions.
Best shot blocker in college.
They said that he was the best defender in college, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know how much he would do on the perimeter, but he should just come in, bring instant energy, you know, because he's what, 19, 20?
19.
He's my age.
So 19.
He going to bring major energy, and I think that's what we really needed from our backup center position.
Now, the problem I have with these comparisons is that we got another young guy that was compared favorably to Kawhi Leonard, and in 2 years that he's been here, hasn't shown yet. Or the 1 year he's been here. Yeah, so Hunter was poor man's version of Kawhi Leonard to us. The things that I've heard or read going into the draft with Hunter, and that hasn't panned out yet. So I'd be a little leery about comparisons. You know, we all every year the rookies are compared to a veteran, and it's just a hard plateau to reach, especially you know Kawhi Leonard, the Bam Adebayo. I mean
those are two top guys.
Top in the league.
If we can get like 80% of that'd be fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
It does put us in a precarious situation with John Collins, but we'll talk about that later.
So what?
We got Skylar. We got 2 more rookies to go.
Oh, Skylar Mays.
Two-way players.
Skylar Mays, he can shoot.
Hey,
that's really what I saw from his highlights. He can shoot.
The boy is very smart guy. Kinesiology study. He's got a nice size on him at 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
Got a pretty good. Well, all the highlights I saw showed that reverse dribble, so he kind of reminded me of Jason Kidd a little bit. The man, with his size and his basketball IQ, I really feel like, you know, we in developmental mode with all our guards and most of our players. Him playing in College Park with a 2-way, that would be.
How many guards you got on the roster? 4?
I think we have 5 now. Oh, see, you forgot Chris Dunn. See.
Oh, Chris Dunn.
See?
Yeah.
Yep, you forgot Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn. Defense. That's what we need from the point guard position. Defense, because you got 2 guys that, you know, like Trey and Rondo, that just come in there and they're real smart, play offense really well. You need somebody that come in and be like, yeah, go get that guy and lock him up. So that's what Chris Dunn brings. He brings energy. He had the little scuffle with Trey, but it seemed like they worked that out. You know,
that's kind of what I like about it. That's like when Kobe brought Ron Artest and Matt Barnes type of guys. You know, you see the fight in other guys, and he wants them to be on his team.
Exactly.
I kind of like that. Chris Dunn, to me, he will see the floor. It's just, you know, just a matter of his offense. You know what I mean? He doesn't really bring a lot on the offensive side of the ball, but everything that I've read about Chris Dunn, he's gonna bring that defense first. So, welcome to the team, bro.
And I think in Chicago they had him playing the 3 sometimes. So maybe you can see that.
And we got a very versatile and deep team this year.
I think so.
So that's the last of the new addition. Well, we forgot Mr. Knight, the last rookie, unsigned rookie. I don't know much about him. I know he's a center from what I've read, and he's, just like Travis Schlink has been doing since he's been here. He's looking for athleticism. Yeah. So you know, I know he's another athletic center that we added to the 2-way on a 2-way contract. So he'll be spending a lot of his time in College Park as well. I got to get down there to one of them games, man. I went before, and it's a great experience. So shout out to the College Park Skyhawks. So, but in any event, I think that experience with him, Skylar, and Knight, the other rookie, I think playing down there gives him good experience. Because you see what he did with Brandon Goodwin. Brandon Goodwin had plenty of confidence when he came to the State Farm, man. And put in work. Yep.
But I think that Nathan Knight is just going to be like a Damon Jones replacement, honestly. Because Damon Jones is real athletic, could play around the rim sometimes, you know. But maybe he could pan out. You got to see how he does in College Park, for real.
Well, let's see what happens. All right, so what's next on the list, huh?
Competition in the East. So
there's none.
You don't think? I don't want to say that, but I think where we should be is around the 5th or 6th seed, honestly. That's from a fan perspective. I think we should be around the 5th or 6th seed because we got a deep team that has all the offense in the world. But, you know, whether the squad could really contend with us, types of offense. From a realistic standpoint, I think we fall around 7 or 8 because we did bring in a lot of new additions. we only have 2 weeks before training camp
That's
starts.
right. That's right. December 11th. Be on the map. December
Right.
11th. December 11th.
After that, I just think it's going to be a chemistry issue. We might have some hiccups in the road because if this was a regular season, we have months to prepare for the new guys, but we only have 2 weeks to prepare before the game starts. So I just think it's going to be some chemistry hiccups.
So your fan prediction is what?
5th to 6th.
And your realistic prediction is
7th or 8th. I think we're going to make the playoffs regardless. So.
All right. So, fan-wise, we in the playoffs, right? So I'm cool with your prediction on the fan side. The one thing I want to add to it is what I saw in the bubble is the teams that can get closer together the faster tend to do better. That Miami Heat surprised a lot of people, but they seem to be best friends. Everybody seem to like each other there. So the sooner that we can get our chemistry together with these young guys, we got 70 games to do so. 5th to 6th should be cool. I mean, just to be clear, I know John Collins, Trae Young, Cam Reddish, and Hunter, and Huter, they like each other already.
Yeah.
So so that's a good good place to start. We just got to get these other veterans in to really show them how to merge and be successful, especially when it comes to fighting for the playoffs.
But reason?
Go ahead.
I think that our 5 guys that we brought back, Kev, Cam, DeAndre, Trey, and John, I think that they ready to take this next step. They ready to bring their games to the next level. And I think that's really good for us.
So you're just going to ignore Bruno, huh? So Bruno not.
Bruno, yeah. Bruno, I forgot because he's going to be behind on Onyeka.
Anyway. All right, so my fan prediction is similar to my son's 5th to 6th, right? My realistic prediction, though, would be them they in the playoff, or they fighting for that last seed. And so they'll be either 9th or 10th fighting for that last playoff position. I prefer them to be there so they can be on point when they're going into the playoffs. So they already understand what that playoff intensity is going to be like just by fighting into there. Anything could happen throughout the season. I don't want to, jinx anybody, quote unquote. Just the point is that realistically speaking, if we the 9th seed or 8 and 9, and we fighting for that, I'm cool with that because that gives us a sense of urgency going into the playoffs.
You think that we would benefit from being in a playing game this year?
Yeah. I think we'll benefit from the playing game. Absolutely. Because again, if we 9th or tied with 8th, that gives us an opportunity to get on in.
Right.
So.
All right. So I think potential record.
We predicting records.
I mean, there's only 72 games, so you gotta take that into account. So I think we should get like 35. 35 wins.
35 and what's that? 35 and 37.
Yeah.
No, it's just 72 games, bro. So that's not.
No,
that's
actually
not
38.
bro.
That's it. 38. 38. So we 38 and 34.
38 and 34.
I think
38. How many games we win this year? 20.
Yeah.
We're gonna double it.
Games.
We're gonna double it. 40 and 32. 40 and 32.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just need a couple. Well, if you want to be clear, JC missed 20 games.
25.
Okay then. So if we have John Collins, we don't end with just 20 wins. So if John Collins can stay, all of us stay healthy, we should be able to double our win total. Go into the playoffs 40 and 32. I think we'd be looking good.
I think so. So winners and losers of the offseason. Let's go. So you want to start?
All right, cool. We won, obviously. And my other winner would be Philly. They brought in Doc Rivers. They got rid of Al Horford's huge contract. They brought in some shooters. Matter of fact, the best shooter in the league. And they brought in Danny Green, the streaky shooter. And they was able to get a solid, decent backup sitting in Dwight Howard. So the team won't really fall off as far as energy is concerned because Dwight Howard just want to play because he want to get paid to play. So you got hungry Dwight Howard, that's a champion. You got Doc Rivers coming, that's going to lead that team up. And I think Daryl Morey put some good pieces around him to continue to be strong.
I really like that signing, Daryl Morey.
So my winners in the offseason are the Hawks and Philly. My losers in Milwaukee. You shouldn't talk so much. And my other loser is the Clippers. It's the Clippers. The Clippers really needed to shore up that point guard position. And again, my squad came underneath and stole that point guard from them. So, at the beginning of the day, the two winners are the Hawks and the 76ers for me, and the losers are the Clippers and the Milwaukee.
Well, my winners are, of course, us because we got better everything that we need to do. We brought in depth because we look like a G League squad out there sometimes.
AAU.
Okay, if you want to go AAU, then we look like that. And another one is the 2017 draft class.
Oh, they got paid.
Honestly, they got paid.
They brought $1.
I think they had 4 or 5 guys that got max deals.
Max them out. Max them out.
That's really the big winner for me. And then the losers, of course, Milwaukee, because Giannis is really high on Bogdan. I understand why, but we came through and we said, here, take the money. We'll come play for us. And my other loser would have to be Detroit. They didn't get any better. They signed a lot of centers. They didn't get better in the shooting guard position. They lost Luke Kennard. They didn't get better in defense. They still got Blake Griffin, who's injury prone. They got Derrick Rose, who's injury prone. They brought in the guy Killian Hayes, which I really like. But other than that, they got to be a big loser for me.
Let me tell you a tidbit of what I read about Milwaukee, right? So, Giannis's brother had been in constant contact with Bogdan, right? They had been talking all year, and apparently they had some type of agreement on the phone to make this happen. But then a couple days before, there was a governor's meeting, and the governor of Milwaukee decides to go into the meeting and start talking about these acquisitions that he's about to get. I don't know if he mentioned them by name, but he started talking about these acquisitions. Now, somebody,
they're not calling names, but
don't know who, Travis Lane, don't know who told the league that there was some tampering going on, and he couldn't go to Milwaukee because of that. So Milwaukee, y'all, or whoever, y'all don't talk so much next time, all right?
And maybe I'll get the guy I wanted.
Maybe you get the guy you want.
Other than that, I think we ran down who we needed to talk about, and that's really it for us. So.
Yeah. Thanks for checking out the Hawks Talk. If y'all got comments, hit the like button and all of the rest of that. This is just the first of many. We're gonna be doing this on a weekly basis. I look forward to talking to y'all soon about the Hawks. December 11th is coming up real soon.
December 11th.
December 11th, right around the corner. I can look forward to them letting us back in that farm.
And that's it. Talk to you later.
You gonna dance the outfit? Let them get the dance one.
No.
Oh, you gonna dance?
No.